The state government is about to spend nearly $1.5 billion to ease overcrowding and long waiting lists at public hospitals. The funding will be part of next week's budget. The hospitals set to benefit most are those in some of the state's fastest growing areas like Western Sydney. But the opposition says the money is just a fraction of what's been stripped from the health system over the past 5 years.
Premier Mike Baird says his government's serious about rebuilding the state's hospital system.
We will put a record amount of money into health facilities across New South Wales.
Blacktown Hospital and nearby Westmead will receive the biggest share of the $1.4 billion fund, with $100 million between them. The new clinical services building at Blacktown is due to open early next year, with centres for cancer, cardiac, respiratory and aged care. Today, the Premier, Health Minister and Treasurer donned hard hats for a sneak preview.
It's quite different from wards that we've seen in the past.
Stage 2 of the redevelopment will include a new emergency department, intensive care unit and operating theatres.
The community of Blacktown at long last are getting what they need to deal with a growing population and a growing health need.
But the opposition says the money is only a fraction of the billions stripped from the health system over 5 years. Labor chose the emergency wing to sell its message.
Almost half of the emergency departments people are waiting more than 4 hours. And elective surgery lists 73,000 people are waiting for knee, hip replacements and cataract removal.
The opposition says new funding for Blacktown and Westmead comes at the expense of other hospitals such as Mount Druitt.
We've lost services such as the cardiac ward, the emergency surgery. Recently we've lost 6 nurses. This is not new funding.
Also today, the government's allocating $12 million to a new centre for research into medicinal cannabis, which will focus on treating those in chronic pain who don't respond to conventional treatment. Anne Barker, ABC News, Sydney.